Doc said all his clients 25 minutes.
So, Doc, you might understand you're still hanging around with Dr. Emmett Brown McFly. Party foot for you, Miss Parker. And one for you, McFly. I believe that makes 4 in a row. Now, let me give you Nichols with a free advice, young man. The so-called Dr. Brown is dangerous. He's a real nutcase. If you hang around with him, you're going to end up in big trouble.
Oh, yes, sir.
You've got a real attitude problem, McFly. You're a slacker. Remind me of your father when he went here. He was a slacker, too.
Can I go now, Mr. Strickland?
I notice your band is on the roster for the dance auditions after school today. Why even bother, McFly? You don't have a chance. You're too much like your own man. No McFly ever amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley.
Yeah, well, history is going to change.
Okay, let's talk about this real quick. I want to talk about this aspect of American society. This is Back to the Future, 1985. You've seen that scene that we just talked about, and that is from that movie. I want to talk about what I call bullyism. Pretty much made that up thinking about this today. Bullyism is deeply rooted and ingrained in American society, right? Where we have these people who take it upon themselves to almost force pressure ideas and their ideals onto people in these very destructive ways, right? And in their mind, they think that they are like doing something good, trying to enforce social customs and values into people through these systems that are created that police and or organize people in a certain direction, right? So if you look at that scene, the guy was just pretty much late for class, and he hangs around, Martin. He hangs around the older guy who's a scientist, and in this guy's hall monitor, or whatever he is, in this scene, he tries to first dissuade him from talking to somebody or having his own friend, first of all. So this is where we get this moral police and this moral control aspect of society. He starts to try to first convince him to not stop, spending time with somebody he enjoys spending time with, right? You will see this in society where we have people who are in untraditional relationships in whatever form or kind. You have somebody else who said, "Oh, don't hang around with these people because they're weird." They'll come around and try to make like a rule or some kind of moral standard or law. Say, "Hey, this guy is weird. He's gonna get you in trouble, X, Y, and Z." When that person doesn't have any evidence of that, he doesn't even have any evidence that that guy is doing that. Yet he builds his whole image of him or perception of him as he's this troublemaker, the old guy that he's hanging around. He tries to first enforce that. And then the second thing, which is completely overboard, he starts to then go into just him being late, making that seem like he's going to be a failure his whole life, and then bringing up his family history, right? The guy brings up his family history next to then use that to then continue to beat him down. And if you think about it, the whole reason for why this guy is supposed to be doing is to help the young man go in the right direction, but he's doing it in a way that's destructive, right? He's trying to like help him in a way that's destroying him at the same time. And this is what Satan does to us, is that he does this confusing, afflicting thing where he's using his moral right to then destroy you. And bring up your family history and say you'll never be anything, basically, because your family's nothing. And to keep you psychologically locked into it's like a weapon that what I call a archonic weapon, which will get into Gnosticism here. What people use to try to put you in a place lower than them, right? And it's always their language is always designed to attack you because they want to keep your light and what you're doing that's making you happy in your life. they don't want to see that because deep down inside, they're not happy. You look at that guy, not this guy, but the guy that was, you know, that we were just watching. That guy, you think that guy's happy? No, that guy is really frustrated in life, and he is taking it out on him. So I really want to do that video real quick here, just to share with you the bullyism in America is deeply ingrained in all of society, and people are being used as basically weapons to go after other people and to then make sure that they feel certain pain and try to correct them in life to make them do what they want them to do or what they think they should be doing or the way that they think they should be living. This is Kwame Selassie with Faith Deconstructed here to bring this bullyism just to kind of get in our in the deconstructive of America, deconstructive of Western society, and how damaging it is to us psychologically. Peace.